Dímelo que, Captain Zevin here. And here we are talking about One Piece anime, talking about episode 995. So, if you're not caught up, I suggest you go catch up on the anime before coming back and watching the rest of this video. And when you do come back, make sure that you hit that like button, comment, subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it. We are so close to episode 1000. I can't believe this. Like, at the beginning of the year, we hit chapter 1000. And oh my gosh, I remember, like, me and my brothers, we all met up and read the chapter together. And it was just such an experience. And hitting that milestone. And here we are, about to hit another milestone with episode 1000. And this is crazy seeing, my favorite anime manga just hitting these milestones. It's very surreal, and also sad knowing that we're just that much closer to the end of it. But hey, we're here for the ride. That's the journey. But man, so if you're not caught up in the manga, then close your ears, because what I'm about to say is a slight spoiler. But in the manga, chapter 1000 was when the worst gen all made it to the rooftop, and then Luffy makes his hit on Kaido and his declaration. And it seems like episode 1000 isn't gonna be at that point yet, but I'm pretty certain that it's going to be at the point where the Scabbards were fighting Kaido, and that's still going to be hype. And based on this week's episode, my expectations have just been continue to get elevated. Like, they're doing so good. Wano anime already has been doing, in my opinion, the best animation the series has ever had. Some people have their arguments and say that they preferred other parts in the story, but to me, the Wano anime is the best anime that One Piece has had, the best animations, and they just continue to rock it. Like, it's movie quality stuff that we get. It's crazy. And then they upped it even more when we get to Onigashima. Like, what? Like, it's just, what a time to be a One Piece fan. So, they have not been disappointing at all. And what is really great about the anime right now versus the manga is that we just get so much more context. So this episode, we got a lot of little stuff in between parts that happened in the manga that just fill the void so organically, that it's stuff that we really needed, but it makes sense why Oda couldn't put everything in. You can only fit so much in 17 pages. But let's start from the beginning. So normally One Piece is renowned for doing like a 5-minute recap and then you start the episode. Though in Wano, they've done a lot better with that. Like, way better with that. Like, it's been cut down maybe to 2, maybe 3 minutes at most, to the point where sometimes it's just completely excluded. And this episode, we start off with Oden versus Kaido. And it's like, oh, we here again. And it was really nice because that was the episode recap in a sense, but it was just a nice refresher and it really sets the tone for, oh, what we're getting at this episode. So then we go back to present time, and Momo, he's shaking in his boots. Well, he don't got boots, but he's just hung up on the cross about to get crucified over here, or worse rather. And how could he not? Kaido just slashed Orochi's head off, and he just steps on the head and starts asking the old guard, the Ninja Alliance and the samurai. It's like, hey, you on my side or what? And it's like, well, shoot. After a display like that, I don't think we really got a choice, do we? And I liked how they did the emotion with Higoro for that. You can tell that he was just really mad. He's like, and you call yourself samurai. And it's just like, you expect that, but it was a nice. I'm glad they did nice with that, small moment, but just, a nice thing that they did. And then you see Robin's concern for Momo, and Jinbei's like, no, you gotta wait. And it's like, you feel the tension, like, we really don't got time. They about to kill Momo. And then Kaido's like, hey, I'm gonna give you an out. Just, I don't think you really their kid. And he just got his finger on his chin, like, like, bitch, don't butter him up. Like, what? And he's just like, just say you're not their kid. I'll let you go. My bad. Like, oh, you about to kill me, and I lie to you, and you're gonna be like, my bad. But Kaido's always had this, like, weird sense of, like, of honor. Like when he was fighting Odin, especially in the anime, they were both about to clash, and then last second Odin turned around while Kaido was mid swing, and Kaido was so pissed about it that he killed the old hag that was responsible for that. And like it was done way better in the anime versus the manga, in my opinion, because in the manga it made it look like, oh, Kaido saw an opportunity with Odin's back turn and just whacked him from behind. And the anime's like, no. They was mid-swing. And then that happened. So he's always had that weird sense of honor to him. So, but then Momo does his declaration. And Kaido's just pissed, and he's like, is everyone in Wano just that stupid? Like, he is genuinely pissed off. Like, oh my gosh. It's so funny. It really is funny. And so he's getting ready to, like, swing, and then Yamato and Luffy are coming, and Yamato finds out that the Scabbards are alive. And then, in the manga, she was real excited, but they just kept it moving. But in the anime, like, she takes a moment where she pauses and, like, lifts Luffy's like, they're really here. Holy crap! Like it's like Christmas came early. Like, that's how excited she was, and it was very cute. It was nice. It was nice. And Luffy just like, you can put me down now. Like, it's fine. And he's like, oh, but before that, and he's like, let's take these off. And she's like, oh my gosh, we're really gonna take these off. And then it was just so funny because they explode, and you just see her and Luffy get flown away, and it's like, it's hot, it's hot. And Yamato's just so pissed because it's like, you was really gonna kill me, you freaking cow. And it was just so funny. And then Big Mom gets thrown away with that too, with the explosion. I'm just like, oh boy, here we go. But like, you got the fun sense from that scene. And then she sees Kaido and she's pissed, and she's like, I'm gonna really kill you. And she starts squaring up, and then you see her like start getting teary-eyed, and then Kaido's like, man. Still, I'm not gonna say it, but you know what Kaido was thinking. He's like, man, disappointment. And then there was this scene with Usopp and Chopper in the tank, and they're trying to get to the live floor to get to Momo, and Chopper really punking out in this scene. Like, Usopp's like, we gotta get through this because we gotta get to that live floor. And Chopper's like, I don't like this place. We need to get out of here. And I'm just like, Chopper. And then the fact that they recall, we had Big Mom at a standstill. I'm just like, that was filler. I will know. That was total filler. Oh, but you know what? It's fine. It's just fun. And then the numbers wake up and they're like, oh, I see a toy. And they're trying to boogie out of there. And that was funny. But then we get to the Scabbards, and they're in back, ready to just rush Kaido. And the quality that they did in this episode, my jaw dropped. I'm just watching this on my phone, laying down, just like, what? What am I watching? And like the black and white, the freaking lighting that they were doing, and just the way that they were just cutting through everyone. For some reason, they keep letting Izo get away with the rated R stuff and being able to kill people. Don't know why, but apparently it's okay for Izo to kill people. But besides the point, they're just cutting everyone down. And they're just rushing. And then they get to the last door, and Kaido sees them, and he's just like, the Scabbers. And then I loved it because you see all the All-Stars reaction, and they're just so freaked out, like genuinely like, wait, why are these guys here? And it was just crazy. And then Jack's like, what? The Minx, the king of the day and night. And then Neko was just like, man, sit your ass down. And then King's like, oh, I better get ready too. And then Izo's like, man, you're not even a real swordsman. What you doing holding that? And then everyone's just rushing them, and then they say the line, the Tsunachi, and Kaido's just like, you think you can hurt me? Oh please. And then he gets the flash, he starts getting the PTSD, and he's just like, oh my gosh, it's Oden. And Oden just saying the get out of Wano and never come back. And then all the Scabbers rush him, and they pierce through him, and it's the first time in the anime, wow, good words, Kevin, this is Captain 7, that, oh my gosh, it was incredible. It was just incredible. And they just rush him. Kaido's fallen, and as he's falling, he sees Oden, and Oden just does that smile, and then the famous "to be continued." Man, this episode was great, and I'm so excited for the rest of them that come. Well, we've been at this episode, talking about this episode long enough, we can make an episode. Almost, halfway. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Captain 7 is out of here.